morning, Silver Tubers. It is Saturday morning at the Silver Pouring Bench. It's early. The family is just starting to rouse. They're going out of town this weekend, leaving me here by myself to my own devices. So I wanted to go over some weekly pickups I've done so far. I do work today at the coin shop, at the gold buying shop, but I have already picked up some silver shiny metal this week, and I wanted to kind of share it with you and then get your opinion on a couple of things because I do value your opinion. Those of you in the community who are faithful, I appreciate it when you make comments about pieces that are poured, and I learn from that. And so, without any further ado, I did do some coin roll hunting last night. I went on a date, but when I got home, I hunted a couple of boxes of Habs, and here are my scores from that. I picked up, let's see here. I picked up a 67, which is a 40 percenter, a 64, which is a 90 percenter, a very strange thing to find in a box of American Habs. This is a 2011 Panamanian Media Balboa. It's Cupro Nickel, but it is an awesome design. I haven't decided if I'm going to sneak this back in the box or if I'm going to and pass it on to someone else, or if I'm just going to keep it because I love the imagery on it. So, not silver, and I picked up a 68. So all in all, I picked up two 40 percenters and a 90 percenter, and they cost me 50 cents each. So at the coin shop, I picked up some more Mexican because I love Mexican coinage. I picked up a 1956 5 peso Hidalgo. Very nice coin, good condition. I was happy to get that. I picked up this is one I hadn't seen before in our shop. It's a 25 peso, which is 25 pesos. And I like it because it's different than all the other pesos I have. It's a 1972. It's still 72% silver. The standard back on it. That's common amongst Mexican coinage. I picked up this one. And this is another one that I had not seen in our tray. I don't know how I passed over it, but the imagery on this one is just amazing in the detail. This is a 1953 5 peso. It's 720. And this one has the other back on it with the eagle and the snake. And I discovered something in looking at this and then sorting through the junk bin that eagle is vaguely reminiscent from the American Walking Liberty half. And so I thought that was very interesting how much of our imagery on our coinage we've borrowed from the Mexican coinage. So 1953. And then the good old 1953 5 peso. And this was interesting because these are both 1953 5 pesos, but this is a commemorative version, and this is the circulation version, the standard version that you would find in your pocket in 1953 if you were, and they share a common back, but the obverse is different. And so, but Hidalgo is on this one, and this one contains Hidalgo, but a different portrait and the building in the background. I don't know what building that is. I haven't researched it, but it is gorgeous. And so those were, and then okay, so I've got a couple more. This one is a 1943 50 centavos, good size coin. I like it, and it is a cap and ray, or a sunshine as I like to call them, 50 centavos. And the crown pickup from the LCS, I absolutely had to get. I was going to get it no matter what. It's a 1784 2 reals. And this is colonial Mexico. This is not the Confederation of Mexico. And given that this coin was around when our American Constitution was ratified, most people don't realize, they think the Constitution, it's amazing how many people I talk to, when was the Constitution? 1776, and they don't realize it took several years after that for them to agree upon a final document. So I started thinking, at the time, this very well could have been, carried in the pocket of someone in the States or in Mexico at the time when our actual Constitution was being hotly debated. And it's 903% silver. And I always like to mark with a few stars if it's something that's really special to me, just because if something ever happened to me, I've already told my wife, if you see coins with stars, start to do a little research on it because there may be something to it. Now, there was an error coin on this year, and what they did, the error was on the Dea Gracia. They misspelled Gracia, and if you had one of those error coins, wow, the value just goes through the roof. But it definitely has some pretty color. And so those were my pickups. Now, I did do some pouring. I poured some loaves, some of the chunky loaves. I didn't do any even weights. I didn't get any even weights, but I got some chunky loaves, and I think I'm going to polish these and then back stamp them. But I haven't decided yet. And then I poured a couple of the cubes, but they both came up short because I grabbed the wrong mold. They're about 2.6, 2.7 troy ounces. But I'm just fascinated by the cube shape. It really it does it for me. The cube is, I like the square shape. So, but my question that I would like some help with is, of the button styles that I pour, there's two. There's the one that has the slightly tapered edge at the top, and then the flat bottom. And then there's the original one that I made the mold myself, where it's literally a cylinder. There's no taper at the top. Which, as a community, I'm sure everybody has their own opinion, but which do you prefer? Which do you like better? They're about the same diameter, and about the same height. It's just one has a flat top and one has that beveled top. I'm sort of partial to this one, but I don't want to influence or sway anybody. I'd like honest opinions as to which you like, because that's probably the one I'm going to continue to pour more of. So, because I've got more people asking for them. I just like this because I think they stack better. With the bevel top, I can't truly stack them. So, anyway, Saturday morning should be interesting to find out what happens at the LCS today. It is Mr. Zeke coming to you from the Silver Pouring Bench. I hope everybody has a wonderful Saturday, and I hope everybody scores big today. Cheers.